Alrighty, so back for another episode of the Uniform Commercial Code. I'm here at Article 1. My last video was Article 1 102. So this one we're going to jump to 1 103, the next one. Alright, so this one is titled Construction of Uniform Commercial Code to Promote Its Purpose and Policies. Applicability of Supplemental Principles of Law. Okay, so if you look at the punctuation they got here, right? You got this, see the colon. So to me, it sounds like they're saying this, the construction of the Uniform Commercial Code to promote its purpose and policies. Right? Applicability of supplemental principles of law. Okay, so construction of Uniform Commercial Code. Right, so this is talking about how the Uniform Commercial Code is made up to promote its purpose and the policies of the Uniform Commercial Code. And then it's leaving it open saying, hey, applicability of supplemental principles of law. So they're saying, hey, the Uniform Commercial Code is principles of law, right? But it's saying, hey, there is some other laws that, there's other principles of law that apply also to these transactions that are in the Uniform Commercial Code that we have to account for. Right? So this is pretty much saying, hey, we made a whole bunch of laws and there's other principles of law that exist, but we're also making another law right now, which is the Uniform Commercial Code that we want to set the record straight. We're constructing this Uniform Commercial Code to promote its purpose and policies. And also there's some other principles of law, right? Other principles of law that apply still, even though the Uniform Commercial Code is written as it is. Okay? So so the Uniform Commercial Code, so you click the blue, gotta click the blue link. So that's Article 1 through 9. All right. The Uniform Commercial Code must be liberally construed and applied to promote its underlying purpose and policies, which are, right? So they're talking to the judge right now, right? Or the people who are reading this. So that way you know how to do business the right way when you're in these transactions. In the last video, I broke down what a transaction was. All right, so this Uniform Commercial Code must be liberally construed, right? So when you are reading this Uniform Commercial Code and you're construing it, you're understanding it, or you're applying it to a transaction, it must be in a way to promote its underlying purpose and policy. So pretty much saying, hey, don't get it out of context of what we're saying, right? And here's what it is. They're about to tell you. It's one, to simplify, clarify, and modernize the law governing commercial transactions. Two, this is something else. This is the underlying purpose and policies of the Uniform Commercial Code, which is to permit the continued expansion of commercial practices through custom, usage, and agreement of the parties. Three, to make uniform the law among the various jurisdictions. All right, so this is a Uniform Commercial Code that each state is separate in its own governance, right? But the Uniform Commercial Code is something that generally all states have accepted, except for, all states accepted it, but some states accepted, we call it, only parts of the Uniform Commercial Code, so you got to do the extra digging, but that's pretty much what it's saying. And then B, unless displaced by the particular provisions of the Uniform Commercial Code, the principles of law and equity, including the law merchant and the law related to capacity to contract, principal and agent, estoppel, fraud, misrepresentation, duress, coercion, mistake, bankruptcy, and other validating or invalidating cause supplement its provision. Okay, so unless unless we say, hey, the principle of law of equity don't apply, the law of mercy don't apply, the law related to capacity of contract don't apply, principal, agent, estoppel, fraud, doesn't apply, right? And other validating or invalidating causes supplement its provision, right? So unless it don't apply or we displace it, it applies.